Today news is so slow. My goodness. Now, it is hump day, so it's the middle of the week. We also know Caitlin Clark and several other...
Okay, so here it is. A gift this big doesn't just appear out of thin air. It changes everything we think about gifts from celebrities. It's Caitlin Clark, right? The guy who destroys all the court records. She became famous for something very different not long ago. She promised an amazing $300,000, which is shocking people all over the world. Also, this wasn't a secret. It was an open statement that showed how a celebrity can use her fame to get a lot of great things. She talks about some of the hardest problems families face today in a clear way. The size of this is really crazy. It shows how dedicated she is to a lot more than just hoops. This move shows that she's more than just a good athlete. She's also a strong force for good. Her influence goes far beyond the scores. When she told everyone about her amazing act of kindness, they were all shocked.
So, lads, the Caitlin Clark money glitch is continuing this year. She's gone on it's the money glitch. If you guys don't know what the money glitch is, it's she goes to a talk, says the same thing over and over again, and gets paid so much money. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. She's earned every fucking cent. She earns every cent. Every cent that she makes. But I just joke about the money glitch. It's the same stories about the driveway and...
The large amount of money did not come out of thin air. For months, the Caitlin Clark Foundation did nothing but work to make this happen. They worked with regular people to make this wonderful chain reaction of kindness. It shows how a lot of work done by many people, especially when a famous person is involved, can lead to amazing results. The statement itself was very encouraging, giving people hope and real physical help who were really in need. It wasn't about making her more famous or anything like that. No, this was a smart, long-term program that was meant to help people in the long run. Over the last few months, they did a lot of work that led up to this amazing reveal. It just goes to show that all the hard work done behind the scenes can lead to huge benefits for everyone. Her team carefully planned this whole effort to give communities more power.
WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert is granting the ladies a 30-day extension to figure out this CBA negotiation deal. Now, from my understanding and what I heard is they have to accept this deal that Kathy is laying out for them. And that deal is to basically continue negotiation like it is. It won't be no shutdown, won't be no lockout until November, I believe, 30th or something like that. Now, today is the 29th. They have 2 days. Really, I don't know if it's 2 days exactly, but they got it like 48 hours, something like that, to accept this deal.
So, what was the secret to this amazing success? It was a really easy roundup program that worked really well. You could choose from different stores like High, Dollar Fresh Market, and Fast and Fresh. You can either give the Caitlin Clark Foundation the full amount of your buy or just round it up to the nearest dollar. The fund was made possible by millions of small acts of kindness that were done over and over again. It turned regular trips to the store into chances to make a big difference in the neighborhood. Big acts were not needed. All that was needed were small gifts from regular people that added up to a lot of money. It shows how powerful local kindness can be, especially when a famous person backs it up. This method made giving easy and available to everyone. With each deal, there was a chance to make a big difference.
Annual fall luncheon? What is a luncheon? Like, the only time I've ever heard of luncheon is in the steamed ham Simpsons things. A formal lunch. I have only ever heard it being used in this from the context of Seymour Skinner making sure that Superintendent Chalmers that he was prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. It's the only time I've ever heard that used. I didn't even think that was a real thing. But it says here, and that might be the most important takeaway from Clark's.
Now, a big part of this success is due to the fact that we've worked with Hive for a long time. They saw early on that Caitlin Clark could be a good ambassador. Their work together, which began in 2022, was more than just a publicity stunt. There was a strong desire to help the neighborhood. Hai set up everything that was needed, so it was easy for customers to give right away at checkout. It's not enough to just use a famous face in an ad. The goal is to do the most good by combining business responsibility with star power. Clark and Hai's long-term trust made this project possible and made it a huge success. It shows how useful strategic alliances can be when you want to make a big difference in the world. When they worked together, they made a powerful force for good.
This deal from Kathy. Now, if they don't accept this deal, this means tell me it's going to be a shutdown. It's going to be a lockout. And they're going to shut down the facilities and the teams. And it's going to be bad, y'all. It's just going to be bad. So I'm going to track this thing every step of the way the best way I can. Now, in other news, our girl, Caitlin Clark, and the Caitlin Clark Foundation is still making big time moves with her foundation. And I gotta say, this is you know what I'm saying? This is dope.
$300,000 wasn't just a number that came up. It led to more than 3 million healthy meals for families who are hungry. This isn't just kindness. It's about making sure kids get the food they need and the energy they need to learn, grow, and do well. The money went through Feeding America, which is the biggest hunger relief group in the country. This means that it got to neighborhood food pantries and food banks very quickly. In just 8 months, this work cut food insecurity in the Midwest by a large amount. It gave me real physical comfort during some tough times. This unbelievable ending shows how Clark's foundation has affected real life. They turned donations into tools that people could use to stay alive, which helped a huge number of people directly. All that food and drink has a huge effect on everyone else.
It's the only time I've ever heard that used. I didn't even think that was a real thing. But it says here, and that might be the most important takeaway from Clark's appearance. She knows how important it is to be a role model to inspire the generations to come. Wednesday, she listed former Minnesota player Maya Moore and tennis player Serena Williams as her heroes. She also had a piece of advice for young players in attendance. Just enjoy it, it goes so fast. I'm only 23, but I feel like I was just in high school, so my best memories are from playing sports when I was in middle school and high school. Just enjoy it. And, I mean, she's not wrong with any of that. And that's one of the things you can see with Caitlin Clark, and I'd say that's probably...
The fact that this kindness comes at such a crucial time is crazy. So many homes across the country are having trouble getting enough food. There are also a lot of different food assistance programs, and the cost of life keeps going up. In today's economy, every meal is very important for families who are having a hard time. Caitlin Clark's work directly addresses this huge problem, offering a real ray of hope in a place where hopelessness might feel overwhelming. The fact that she is aware of these important issues shows how important and useful the work of her foundation is. The story shows that athletes can be strong supporters of social justice in areas other than sports. It also shines a light on a sad truth. A huge number of people are going without. It makes a big difference in the lives of the most needy people every time you give back. Her actions are a stark warning that the fight is still going on.
This deal, this means tell me it's going to be a shutdown. It's going to be a lockout. And they're going to shut down the facilities and the teams. And it's going to be bad, y'all. It's just going to be bad. So I'm going to track this thing every step of the way the best way I can. Now, in other news, our girl, Caitlin Clark, and the Caitlin Clark Foundation is still making big time moves with her foundation. And I got to say, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is dope. And this shows you how much different Caitlin Clark is from all of the other athletes.
Even Caitlin Clark talked about how a good diet can help you do well in school. Nutrition is important for kids' health and development, and it has made a big difference in how well I do in sports, she said. This isn't just an idea of giving her something back. This is a very strong belief of mine. She knows from experience that eating right can help you do better on the court and in regular life. By making sure that families can get healthy food, she's investing in the basic tools that kids will need to reach their own goals. Her own experiences like hers make her even more passionate about nutrition, which makes her support for it even more real and important. Because she knows the person, her charity work goes from being a job to a real goal driven by compassion and understanding. She really does what she says.
To be Caitlin Clark. If I was to guess, Caitlin Clark feels pressure being Caitlin Clark more so than she feels pressure being Caitlin Clark, the basketball player. Like being Caitlin Clark, the global icon. And not in a way of like the celebrity of it, but in a way of like she has to be almost that role model. Like she wants to be what Maya Moore was to her, to other people, and like that ends up being.
The Caitlin Clark Foundation, which was set up in 2023, wants to do a lot more than just give this big gift. It really wants to make the lives of young people in their towns better by helping them with things like school, food, and sports. This whole method is really all-encompassing. It knows that real empowerment comes from having access to important tools and chances. The $300,000 they gave to food banks is a big sign that they care about nutrition, but it's only one part of a much bigger plan. The foundation's goal is to help young people become healthy and well-rounded by meeting their basic needs in a number of areas. This thorough approach makes sure that her effect is big, felt by many, and lasts a long time. In fact, it sets the stage for future generations to do well. It's a long-term commitment to helping young people grow.
You know what I'm saying? This is dope. And this shows you how much different Caitlin Clark is from all of the other athletes. I just got to be, real with this one. It says, respect pours in for Caitlin Clark after $300,000 announcement. Before any Indiana Fever game kicks off, you will see Caitlin Clark standing in front of a pool of kids signing their merch, photos, and whatnots once the game is done. Win or lose, she repeats it all over again. For the point guard, interacting is one of the quickest ways to inspire the younger generation to chase their dreams, but expression is not enough.
Let's talk about it. The foundation cares deeply about both eating bodies and feeding minds. In January 2024, the Caitlin Clark Foundation gave students Nike backpacks as a gift. Also, guess what? They were crammed with 20 of them. This did not happen just once either. They worked with Scholastic to give away an extra 1,000 books in May, making the need for reading clear. These projects give kids the things they need to learn and think of new ideas. They're closing the gaps in schooling and getting people excited about reading. It shows how much she believes in education as a way to get ahead, to make sure she builds a better future even when she's not on the court. Having access to books can open up a world of options. Clark is making sure that those doors stay open for a lot of smart young people. It's clear that her goals go beyond the classroom.
And like that ends up being a tricky thing to do when you are in 2025 and people are going to hate you just to hate you. And that is that's important as well. Like that is a big thing, and it's like it's not. I mean this when I say it's not a life I would want to live. Like I do not envy the position Caitlin Clark is in at all. And I would envy it a little bit more if she was actually getting paid what she was worth. She's getting paid.
Then she spread her impact even more into the world of sports. Caitlin Clark and Michael Abaltra worked together to give Weeks Middle School a small pitch. This isn't just about getting kids to play outside. Basically, it's about giving kids safe, easy-to-reach places to play and learn how to work together and be responsible. These little pitches are real neighborhood hubs. They get kids involved and give them more things to do besides just hanging out. It is a direct investment in local infrastructure that will help schools and communities to offer important leisure activities. By building these sites, Clark is laying the groundwork for future athletes and residents. Through the power of sports and society, she's making sure that the next generation has every chance to succeed. This dedication to getting bigger is really amazing.
Expression is not enough. With Caitlin Clark Foundation, she is ensuring the ones in need get opportunities, and now her organization has revealed another big news announcement. Now, we also know the current state of our country, so whatever Caitlin Clark is doing, this is major, because we know things that's dealing with the food stamps and SNAP benefits and, several things. I pray for everybody out there, man. Anybody, that's dealing with food stamps, on food stamp shortage, food shortage, go to your local food banks, go to your local pantries. And guys, if you have a little extra,
so long before the game starts and so long after the final whistle, Caitlin Clark hangs out with a group of kids a lot. She's signing stuff, taking pictures, and just sharing these very real moments. Just doing PR isn't enough for this. A steady, sincere attempt is being made to inspire younger people to follow their dreams. This close connection right away makes a strong tie, giving her a real person to look up to instead of just an idea. She knows how important it is to be seen and easy to get in touch with in order to spark that fire in young hearts. This shows that just talking about it isn't enough. Real live contact is very important. Her dedication to making personal connections only strengthens her message of reaching high and never giving up, leaving a lasting impact on every child she meets. She really is an inspiration.
A little bit more if she was actually getting paid what she was worth. She's getting paid what she's worth for these talks. If she was getting paid the 30, 40 million she's worth to play basketball. It's very different getting paid 10 million a year and getting paid 30 or getting paid 40 million a year. Very big difference. And then also that freaking shoe deal. She'll be getting paid a minimum 10 mil a year from Nike. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And yeah, like, you can tell. You can genuinely tell when it comes to Caitlin Clark that
some people find it funny to call her success the Caitlin Clark money glitch. It's a fun way to show how much money she can make from endorsements and public events. However, even though it's funny, it shows how important her brand and effect are. And while these kinds of talks and sponsorships make her a lot of money, they also help her do such important charitable work. It seems like a really nice circle. This is because her growing fame brings in more money for her foundation, which lets her do more good things for people. She's not just another famous person who talks. She uses her stage to do good things. It shows how Earn's accomplishment can directly lead to big changes in society. In all honesty, the glitch is a strategy engine for change that drives all of her amazing community and charity work.
And SNAP benefits and, you know, several things. I pray for everybody out there, man. Anybody, you know, that's dealing with food stamps, on food stamp shortage, food shortage, go to your local food banks, go to your local pantries. And guys, if you have a little extra, you feel me, like in your cabinet, or you might have a little extra money, donate to food pantries, bro, because we're at a time right now, you know, dealing with the shutdown and everything. You know, food, it can be short. We're getting close to the holidays. This is why, like, me personally, I do a China Liquidator Give Back toy drive every year. I've been doing it since way.
But there is an unsaid weight behind all those smiles and kindness. Being Caitlin Clark, the world icon and role model, puts a lot of stress on her. To be honest, there may be more pressure than in hoops. She really wants to be like Maya Moore and Serena Williams, who are her role models. She knows that her every move is being watched and has a lot of power. The fact that she holds herself to such high standards shows that she is not just pretending. She spends her public life trying to make other people happy, even if you know that some people will dislike you for no reason. This commitment to a higher standard in the face of increased scrutiny shows that she cares deeply about morals and leadership in ways that go far beyond her athletic skills. She does a big job with such style.
I think we're going to see Caitlin Clark absolutely kill it. And everything in the off season, everything from last season, we're going to forget it all. We're going to forget all the injuries. Because let's be real, she's not fully healthy yet. Once she gets fully healthy to go play, and I mean, she's wearing some form of heels. Her ankle's probably okay. Her ankle's probably okay, good to go. And we then are going to get to see hopefully get to see the most exciting basketball player. Oh, I can't even claim that. She was the most exciting player at the time. She was. The NBA season happens, because I don't have a fucking clue what's going to happen if it doesn't. Because of the way the off-season works, they're not going to wait a year to play Unrivaled again. Like, there's going to be something on during the summer. I have actually got no idea what's going to happen if the WNBA season doesn't happen. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Caitlin Clark is back with the money glitch. She's back doing her talks. She's back making millions and millions of dollars from them. So anyway, that's the video. I am going to go to sleep because I'm exhausted. I'll see you.
Even better, this amazing $300,000 gift goes far beyond her hometown. It really does help families all over the Midwest. Working together with Feeding America will help food pantries and food banks all over the area right away. This dedication to helping people in the area only adds to her legacy and shows a truly generous spirit that goes beyond countries. Her kindness goes beyond state lines. We were able to give $300,000 to food banks in our area thanks to High Shoppers. That is more than 3 million healthy lunches. It's not taking long for Caitlin Clark to change what it means to be a modern sports star. The gift of $300,000 is much more than just news. It shows that a celebrity is always willing to help others. It shows that real greatness goes beyond how well you do in sports. Her memory will last forever. Her spirit will spread, and she will have an endless impact on charitable giving in the years to come. Everyone is watching, and she keeps going above and beyond.